You've just had your website built for your MSP business, but what do you actually do next? In this video, I'm going to tell you the single most important thing that you should do right after you get your new website live and on the internet. My name is Harrison Barron from growth-generators.com. We help MSPs grow, whether that is sales training, marketing, or even some business operations as well. Before I get into today's video, I do have to mention two quick things. Number one, we have a sponsor for this video, and more on that later. The sponsor is ESET, and if you'd like to learn more, there is a link down below. But link your number two is down in the video description. Not only do we have a link to our sponsor, but there are a ton of super helpful resources that are going to be down there. So you should go and check that out. I'm not telling you that for my health, but one of those links is growth-generators.com/resources. So like I said in one of the previous videos, we are going through a total rebuild of this right now. So it might look very different in the future. But if you go down, you'll see the resources. You can click on it, or it's just /resources. You can join the Discord there. By the way, Discord's been giving people a hard time. I apologize. And you're going to be able to find all of the information down here. Free MSP sales sheets, land your first clients for free, step-by-step guides, my AI writers, the acronym cheat sheet, especially if you're new in the industry to learn that. And I would highly, highly, highly recommend going and checking that out. So let's get into the meat and potatoes. You have just gotten a brand new website. Now, full transparency, it literally doesn't matter where you build your website. And it's cringy to say this, but even if you build it on like GoDaddy, it's okay. Trust me. First of all, something is always better than nothing, especially in this scenario. And two, it's website builder agnostic. It literally does not matter if it's built on GoDaddy, if it's built on Wix, WordPress, Squarespace, any of them, Webflow. It literally, even if you want to be crazy and you want to custom code it yourself, it literally does not matter. But the thing is when you build this website, right, you basically built a billboard in the middle of nowhere. And the thing is your billboard in the middle of nowhere is, while it's great and it looks nice and hopefully kind of sexy and you're proud of it, you have to get traffic to it. And there's two kinds of traffic. We've covered this in tons of videos already. The first one being paid and the other one being organic. You see, paid, you pay money to bring traffic there. But there's a free version. And I don't know if you've ever heard of this company called Google or any other search engine, right? They are more than happy to start sending traffic to your website. And what they're going to do is what they want to do is they want to crawl the website and learn about you, learn about what you do. And then they want to pair people that are searching for information that you might have together. But you see, MSPs do this really weird thing where they don't fully do the right thing. And I know it sounds crazy, right? You've built it. But the problem is we don't put the road to it to let the search engines find it. Now, they will eventually find it, although they might not look for everything, but they will eventually come to the point where they do see it and they'll start to index it. But we want to expedite that. You probably, at least like me, don't want to wait forever. Now, if you're a brand new website, it's going to take a while to start seeing some traffic come through. That's why it's super important. Right after this video, you go set this up. It's super simple. I'm going to actually walk you through it today in this video. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go to a website called search.google.com and /search/console, not /console, search-console. And in there, you'll see improve your search. If you just Google Search Console, it'll be the first link every single time in there. And you're going to see this page right here, improve your performance on Google search. And you're going to hit start now. Now, if you don't already have an account here, you would go through, hit start now. And it's going to bring you to a page where you'll actually be able to see all of the properties that you actually have. Now, we've been in business for quite a while, so we have a bunch of properties under management. I wasn't going to go just make a new account for this, but you'll be able to see add property, and you're going to actually enter in your domain. Now, don't worry. Just because you have a domain or there doesn't mean it's going to give you immediate access, right? If I put in apple.com, it's not going to say, hey, well, we're going to show you all of Apple's traffic. That would be crazy, right? It's verifying that I actually own it. It's giving you instructions. You go into your DNS records and you modify this type of information. So you don't even have to modify it, but you're going to copy this and make sure it's a TXT record. And then what it's going to do is it's going to start to put it on there, but there's no historical data. Google didn't know to look at it. But I want to show you the most important part of this entire video is what to actually understand from it. But before I get into that, I do want to thank today's sponsor, ESET. Now, if you guys have been a long-time subscriber of this channel, I have mentioned ESET hundreds of times in the past, and I will continue to mention them for hundreds of times in the future, assuming they keep doing an amazing job with antivirus. But I think ESET is truly a fantastic platform, and you can check them out at eset.com. Now, at eset.com, they have it for home, they have it for business, and they love working with MSPs. And I will leave a link to this down in the video description and the podcast description if you are listening to it. Now, what I really love about their system is it's kind of a single all-in-one pane of glass. You can go through, they have a ton of flexibility, from subscription flexibility to what it literally shows you as far as your profits and growth in there and your solutions. It's a unified ecosystem, which is quite nice. So you can see all of your stuff in one platform with that beautiful RMM right there, or leveraging an API. And it integrates with your favorite tools out there already: Datto, Ninja, Enable, Kaseya, SuperOps, Atera. I mean, the list goes on. And I don't particularly care what RMM PSA tool you use, but do your own homework as far as those go. You can see here, but they have a ton of stuff, and they have a super sleek back end as well. Now, I'm not going to go through all of this, but you can see your licenses, your activated devices, your user management. I've seen the demo accounts. They are super cool. In this case, I just have it for myself for an environment that we are currently testing, and I'm running it through the ringer. But having this is truly incredible, and the support that I've gotten from them has been nothing but absolutely top tier. Now, I could roll this out, and I plan on rolling this out for the rest of my team now that I've made this, and I can start to manage it without making all of these videos. But the other cool part is they also have an entire system inspector that actually gets loaded on the computer. So it can generate personal logs, it can go through, you can modify the settings, obviously, anonymous logs, saving files, and all of that. And there's even more functionality with this. I've been using ESET now, full transparency, for years and years, and I still think it is one of the best, if not the best, antivirus currently on the market. And there are tons out there, but I truly want to say, ESET, thank you for sponsoring us. It truly means the world to us, and continue making an amazing product. And thank you for reaching out to us after you saw our videos, because we did mention, like I said, tons of times previously, but they want to work with MSPs, and it makes it so easy to manage your antivirus all in one place. So let's get back into the video here. Now, if you go through, you're going to see the verify domain. You'll hit verify. Now, it could take a little bit of time, sometimes even as far as 24 to 48 hours to actually give you all of that information. And that's normal. Let that be. Now, keep in mind, I said there's no historical data. Google Search Console is the organic traffic that you're receiving from Google. So every time somebody goes on Google and searches something, whether that's pizza, how to make pasta, any of those searches that you actually go through, and I will show you, if you go to how to make pasta, right, we go to the screen, you'll actually see, so Love and Lemons, we see all recipes, and every single time I'm looking at one of these, this is considered an impression. It is somebody looking at it and deciding, hey, this isn't for me, or I haven't really figured out that this is what I want yet. And that's totally fine. But Google wants to track that. As long as it's on the screen for a few seconds, Google says, hey, you made an impression. But if I click it, right, and hopefully you guys are interested in making pasta, you'll see in here that there is a ton of information as far as how to make it. Now, Google registers that click on there after I'm on the page for whatever designed or designated amount of time that they actually mention. And it's going to give you that feedback. And no, I don't want to add Apple to my system. But after a few days, it's actually going to keep giving you more information, as long as 16 months. Now, if you make any crazy changes to your website, you adjust, you modify, you do anything, in here you can see we changed our website, I believe, twice in a very short period of time, which is the worst thing to do. But we wanted to change, and we want them to modify, adapt, and overcome. And we have now been on a nice little swing on an uptrend as well. Now, I'm not going to let you see this video and say, well, great, Harrison, but how do I actually understand that? Who would I be to do that? Now, I want to mention one really important thing before I get into understanding this. There's a little thing called sitemaps in here. You'll see at the end of every website, if I go back to growthgenerators.com, you could do sitemap.xml. Most platforms will actually make this for you. Now, not all of them. There are definitely still outliers out there that won't make them. But this is what it wants as far as information. It wants to see all of these maps. Think about it as a treasure map. It's showing Google, hey, this is where all the cool pages are. You should probably look at all this. And it's going to expedite that process and start getting you more free traffic all of the time. So in your sitemaps, you want to make sure that you go through, you add those sitemaps, and it's going to say submitted, and it might take a couple days for it to actually read and crawl those pages. Now it's going to read and crawl those pages, and over time, you're going to be able to see the data of things changing. Now, I'm going to be going more in depth in this in the future of this channel and in the paid program of MSP Heroes. There is a membership there, but I want to make sure that you get some good information on top of all of this, because just submitting this and getting your sitemap in is going to take you to the next level. Now, you could see in here, we're going to see queries, we're going to see pages, all the pages that are getting traffic, the countries that we're getting seen in, which Australia is weirdly always like number 2, the devices it's being seen on as far as desktop, tablet, mobile, search appearances, right? Product snippet, translated results. I never trust any of that information, and then the dates in here. But you can adjust, modify, cross-compare, and all of that. And it's going to show you those queries are what people are actually searching on Google to find your stuff. And I would highly recommend, as you build out your website, as I've talked about it in just a couple days ago on this channel, about adding that content, that thin content. Google wants to sink its teeth into getting more great information. Don't deprive Google. The more words you have on there, the more it has to index, to search, and to find the right people out there and bring them back to your website. That is truly the secret sauce when it comes to all of this. So I would take the time, go through, set up your Google Search Console, and at least start getting the traffic. Even if you don't want to see it right now, having that history of data down the road in 3, 6, 9, 12 months from now is going to help tremendously. So go set it up. I'll leave links down below for ESET. Thank you again for sponsoring, for Google Search Console, for the resources page, and go check out those resources. We have like 3 or 4 new resources that are totally free in the pipeline for you guys in the very near future. And if you've made it all the way this far in the video, hit that like button, that subscribe button, that notification bell, because it is truly important. I don't get paid to tell you about Google Search Console. I want you to go win and at least start. Give yourself a fighting chance on Google. It is crazy, crazy, crazy important. I have a ton of new videos coming out for you guys as far as how to get more visibility and all of that kind of stuff as well. Other than that, if you're interested in learning about MSP Heroes, down in links below. Love the heck out of you guys, and I'll see you guys on the next video.